All right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back to the channel. I'm back, son. You haven't seen me in hours. And you're like, oh my God, do you think Jesse has the balls to do 3 videos in one day? I bet you thought I didn't, but I do. Look at this. My thing's all messed up. I don't even care. I'm still just going to do the video. So, in case you guys didn't hear, Chandler and Tony Ferguson are going to fight. I wonder if it's going to be on that Brazil card, because that would be bananas and awesome and very predictable, because you got Oliveira and you've got Gaethje for the championship. So, of course, having a fight that has title implications on the same card is genius. Like, as an example, Chandler and Ferguson. Wait, why would you say that that has title implications when Ferguson's coming off 3 losses and Chandler's coming off 2? I'm glad you asked. That's the entire point of this video. The real reason that they made this fight, okay? The real reason. The actual 100% legit real reason they made this fight. I'm going to tell you guys right now. It's not what you think. Actually, it might be, but it's what I'm going to say. So this is like one of those videos, like this day in general, where people are like, geez, Jesse, somebody took Adderall. No, that's incorrect. That is the exact opposite of what you're looking at, okay? You're looking at, I had COVID for 2 weeks, and I haven't taken no Adderall, no none of that, okay? This is my brain on, oh my God, I feel better. I feel so much better, okay? Now, if you like the content, subscribe and ring the bell. I just, for the first time, plugged the new Discord for my NFT project with the Navy SEALs. Now, I'm going to be able to give a lot more information on that as things move forward in the next week to 2 weeks. But for now, if you want to get an early start, I will put the Discord link in the description and you can come join. It's going to be off the hook. I will be the least interesting person there. Try to imagine that, dude. Try to imagine that. Well, at least I'll be the person with the least interesting stories. Jesse, tell us another story about the girls that you had sex with in college. I mean, I could. And then they're all, oh, hey, talk about raiding the Bin Laden compound. They're all, gosh, which of those is more interesting? Probably Bin Laden. Anyway, so, but subscribe to this channel. We're still growing things here as well. Okay, so the real reason that Chandler and Ferguson are fighting, simple. And I shudder to even say it because I've talked about it so much. I told you guys, Ferguson is 38 years old. He's coming off multiple losses. So the UFC is thinking, well, Ferguson probably done, probably not going to be able to make a real run at the title again. Unfortunate, given that he had such a long period of victories and just never really got that big fight. But you do what you got to do. This is business. Remember what we talked about? Ruthless. And also just objective truths. What are you going to do? What else? I mean, like, you can't go back in time and give Tony the big fight he never got and pay him a bunch of money. That's not how this works. He's an asset that you need to use. And what you're going to use it for is you're going to use it to launch your next marketable person and then justify a potential title shot. So as an example, whoever you want to get a title shot, okay, whoever you want in the mix, that's who you give the Tony Ferguson fight to. I've said that from the beginning. I thought they were going to wait for Conor. But Conor is a question mark. He's rich as fuck. He's got a bionic leg. He doesn't need to come back. He weighs 1,000 pounds. You don't know what, you don't even know if he's coming back at 155. And thus, who's the second place golden boy at 55? Michael Chandler. I love it when people tell me Michael Chandler's not fucking marketable. I love it. I think it's absolutely hilarious. Michael Chandler, why would Michael Chandler be marketable? He doesn't even sell pay-per-views. It's like, oh yeah, they're like no indicators of like what is going to make a good champion that sells pay-per-views. Like, this is the first time we've ever done this. We launched the UFC 6 minutes ago. We've never seen this movie. We have no idea who ends up being marketable. It has nothing to do with the person being good looking or well-spoken or, someone who can remember their lines on the microphone and deliver them passionately regardless of how they fought. It has not, no. Those things, they're irrelevant. All that matters is blah, 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 blah. I don't even know. How would you think that Michael Chandler's not marketable, dude? Okay, he's obviously the most marketable guy in the division that's not named Conor McGregor. He just is, dude. He just is. And like I've also said, that loss to Justin Gaethje, if you think that dimmed his star, again, I disagree. It puts him in a precarious position because at the end of the day, the losses matter only in that if a person loses a certain number in a row, then people start to write them off. That's problematic for a marketable fighter. Aside from that, though, that fight was insane. Fight of the year, like I said immediately. As a matter of fact, Yeah. People who say that that's not the fight of the year, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? What else are you looking for? They're all, geez, there's just too much blood and guts. You know, they were going too hard the whole time. I wanted to see a more surgical approach. I wanted to see less strikes landed, you know? I don't like seeing people land strikes. So fuck you and your fight of the year. Bunch of babies. Now, Gaethje saying that was a boring fight, that is a great line. That is absolutely hilarious. Amazing. You want to talk, like, let's give credit where credit's due. Justin Gaethje saying that his fight with Chandler was boring is amazing, dude. Like, that is an amazing line. He's a fucking boss, dude. Gaethje is a boss. I also saw Tony Ferguson at the fights on 270. But I really want to reiterate this to everyone. I will be at UFC 271. I will be in section 119 in the front row. Okay? Section 119 in the front row. In the front row of 119. So I should be pretty easy to spot. I would love for you guys to come up and say what's up, dude. Like, come say what's up. I will say hello. I will take photographs. I will, I'll take my own photographs. Not like I'm fucking special. I'm saying, like, if you come up and say, like, what's up? And I'll go, let me take a photograph and I'll post on my own Instagram. Okay? So it'll be fun. You guys should definitely come. Come say hi. I was looking at the card for 271 and I was kind of like, what the fuck? Like, 271's kind of light too. Spending all this goddamn money on tickets and, you know, card's a little light also. I don't know why. Maybe it has to do with the fact that Izzy was saying that fight wasn't booked fucking 3 or 4 weeks ago. The UFC's never going to stack a card when the headliner is not locked down or is having like this. Okay. Any fighters that watch this, let me just tell you the subjective truth, okay? If you are in a contractual dispute with the UFC, you might still be locked in, whatever, but if you're saying you're going to hold out, right? You're going to do whatever, like you're banging over money. They will not invest money in your card, or they'll at least invest less money because you are an uncertainty. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't negotiate. Of course you should fucking negotiate. You will never get anything that you don't demand, right? But just for the viewers to understand, it's like if you look and the card seems super light and then you dig under the hood, I bet you most of the time you'll see some kind of contract dispute. And I have no idea. The only reason I'm even saying that about Izzy is because Izzy said that thing, you know, where he was like, oh yeah, the Whitaker fight's booked. And then Dana in the press conference found out on camera that fight wasn't booked. And you saw his face just go like this. And I was like, holy shit. Hunter must be scared shitless of Dana. Because Dana, like, that's the first time I've seen Dana like mad. Like that was like, you know, the Dana that presents at the table, you know, talking to the press, doing interviews. That's like smiley, charming Dana, you know. But like I said, fisherman can spot another fisherman fucking 100 miles away. I always knew that dude, if you get him mad, is a fucking ruthless murder machine behind the scenes. And that was the first time I got to see it with my own eyes at the table when he found out, you know, he asked off camera if Izzy and the Whitaker fight was signed. And Hunter said, if I heard him correctly, he said he's under contract, but the bout agreement, he's like, yeah, we have him under contract, which is like a total Millie mouth answer. Like that, okay, yeah, he's under contract. Awesome. Is the fucking bout agreement signed? And you could see that, you know, he was like, no. And then Dana, like 2 questions later was like, sorry, I'm still thinking about that fucking Izzy thing. And you could just see, I was like, God damn, he's scary, man. He is fucking scary if you make him mad. But, you know, put me in the big seat and then see how I take bad news. Not very well. Anyway, I love you guys very much. So fucking much. So come join my Discord or join the, you know, High Value Target Frogmen NFT Discord. And maybe you'll even get there early enough to be on the white list. Love you guys.